Yeah, I guess you'd call it a new tool day. Not really sure what else. It's tool storage anyways. I had this set of Pittsburgh sockets and this ridiculous, impossible to use holder. You have to wrestle them off and slow you down. So I went ahead and bought some of these hyper tough 1/2-inch drive socket holders. As you can see, I couldn't get a full set of SAE. So I have a split rail here. I'm gonna have the same thing. I'm transferring my metric set over, and I got 3 extras. So I wanted to make up a rail with the oversized ones, and starting smallest to largest. So we put that one, and I won't have any room to put the third one because there's too many of them. So if you ever get in this situation, I've done this with other rails. I've actually cut them to the length that I wanted, and the end pops off pretty easy, and you can change those these little pieces right here, slide them off and on fairly easily. I'll show that in a second. So if you flip your socket rail over and you see with these little plugs here on the end, you're just going to need a tool to give that a good whack. It'll pop right off. So using the 4-way wrench here, but there you go, just popped off. It's that easy. So just to make sure I have enough room for whatever I want, and I pop 2 off. They just simply slide out the end. And then take my little cap, line it back up. Fun to do one-handed. And give that a couple whacks. And there it is. Now I have the right length. Nothing's going to get in the way. And these things hold incredibly securely. That's a 1 1/4 Pittsburgh impact, which is heavy. And they're not coming off. So for all that, hyper tough is even cheaper than the Hart stuff sold at Walmart. It's quality for me. Doesn't have to be name brand, but it works. Now I can take my that's a 27 millimeter, goes right on there. You got let's see, this is a 30 millimeter, and I'm gonna have to wrestle this one off again, just like all the rest of them. But my 32 millimeter, what is it? 32 will go right on there too, and I'll have secure storage. I won't be fishing around trying to find sockets all the time. Fits right in the toolbox too. So I mentioned cutting these to fit into different things, and I have a mobile set of tools that I use as an aircraft mechanic when I go on the road, and I use these heart pouches, which come from Walmart. I don't know, $10, maybe less a piece. You can get 3 for 18 bucks or something like that. I'm not really sure on the cost, but they also come in the blue color. This is black and gray, but they have this clear material, which I don't think anything is going to go through. This stuff is just as tough as this stuff, and I haven't found anybody else. I like the clear, being able to see through and identify what's inside. But these rails, as they originally come from Hyper Tough, are too long to fit in, so I had to shorten them. And you'll notice these colors are reversed. The reason why is I cut the wrong length before I realized. I started putting my sockets on. I went, oh shoot, I need longer. So I cut the other one longer. And then these, the rail is the same dimension, so they just slide off and on. You can see right here, it's a little shiny from where I cut it. That one is the same thing, but these rails work very well. Craftsman sockets, so no big money. And fits right there inside the bag, the length that I need. And then my 1/4 inch, same thing, have it in there. Keep that with, you know, extensions and ratchets and whatever else. That one has crow's feet and sockets, extensions, whatever. Nice and organized, but you can cut them to length, put the end back on, and they'll do exactly what you need. And so the 3/8 and 1/4, I believe the track is the same size, because I've actually swapped them. The 1/2 inch, I think the rail is a little wider. As far as this part right here, it might be the same, but they work perfectly, and for the money, I don't think they can be beat.